Kunai do it? Shuriken. Oh dear. Oh dear. And part of the way I'm kind of arriving at that conclusion, a good comparison is chess, a game that took a very long time to be able to get AI to play better than human, or a computer to play better than human. Now a computer can convincingly play better than human. Quite decisively these days. But Spire is a more mechanically complicated game than chess is. Orders of magnitude more complicated, in fact. And so you need many orders of magnitude more processing power to be able to even begin to replicate what chess has. Choose. Do I feel a common relic or rare relic? That's what I'm feeling today. One of those two. Slime Boss Act. Let's do a rare. Ooh. There's not a ton extra we can get from this wing boots, but I see at least one interesting possibility. Sweb says, when is boss swap the right option? I tend to feel like it's more correct if you have more flexible options. For me personally, the right time to boss swap is when you feel like it. But it's definitely worse when you have a forced early elite. That is the most likely thing to result in a low roll and then a death. So I like paths where you can go heavy on elites with a good start, or you can go heavy on upgrades, no elites, if you get a awkward start. Squish with the Prime sub. Keep it squishing. Thank you. I think we start here-ish. Go here. I'd like to do 4 elites this act. Maybe we can do 5 with the boots. But that's going to require that our Watcher run get off the ground really quickly. We'll see if that happens. A Neuromania with the big 3-0. The 20s are over. Enjoy your creaky joints. Bit of an awkward first combat here. No, we're good. We're good. All good. Who even needs Wrath's Dance anyway? Oh dear. So, about that getting off the ground quickly thing. I suppose that I'm okay with a prostrate. I would not take a pressure points here. Would not recommend. Prostrate is a 0-cost block, which is definitely welcome. And it gives you Mantra for a later transformation into Divinity stance. 1 Prostrate on its own will not get you into Divinity, though. Bit awkward. We're probably going to need to remove a Defend if we want this to be consistent now. Okay, Crush Joints looks pretty good. Somebody was talking about mastering collect here. Could have had two, just saying. Crush Joints is perfectly fine, though. I like it with the prostrate, as it's a zero-cost skill. And I think it's a good attack overall, so welcome. If I want to make these early elites more manageable, we could go to the shop. That's probably a good idea to prepare for what could be 5 elites. Let's do that. Go here. Oh, purple fire spirits. Except I have nothing to give up that would give us max HP. How disappointing. Or even a heal, really. If I had an uncommon or rare card, here we could toss it into the fire and regain all of our missing HP. Instead, we'll lose 1 defend. And I think I still go to the shop and remove another defend. That sounds pretty good. Can't quite afford Bowling Bash card remove, but we can do Foresight card remove. That's interesting. I like Foresight as a watcher power. Scry 3 per turn makes it easier to find your stance control. Good for getting back to the mantra cards. Good in the slime boss fight, too. Yeah, let's take the Foresight. I would buy Bowling Bash instead if I could, but I can't. So I shan't. How's it going, Cappuccino? Short. Discard 2 strikes, we guarantee to draw the Eruption. We can Eruption here, Crush Joints here to kill. Wow, really hard to find damage cards, apparently. Battle Hymn is okay. A Smite is generated each turn. We're definitely in need of some damage, so I'll take it. Indeed, Ice Fraud, the point of the challenge is to learn new ways of playing, but there are ways of playing that I know don't work, and I'm avoiding those. Haven't gotten a potion, by the way. It's a little bit spooky. Debating whether we upgrade Eruption or Crush Joints first. Probably should be Eruption. Happy Friday, Bear Smash. Life's good. Life's good. Here's where the Bowling Bash should be really nice. Definitely one of the worst fights for us. Thankfully, Battle Hymn is here. And Foresight too, but without drawing these on turn 1, I think we're in a bit of trouble here. I guess we just have to skip the Eruption. We can play all the other cards, though. Once we start making smites every turn, this fight's not too bad. Probably don't want to discard the strikes. Probably don't. Ow. Oh, good. Well, actually... No, that's not good. That's not good at all. Take another 10 here. We play the Vigilance, we can't kill the front one, and then we take 12 instead. So that's not an improvement. But my face, though. I was really hoping I would actually draw the Eruption next turn. This is fine, though, I think. This does 48. Do we get a kill next turn? I sure hope we do. Yeah, 24 and 12 kills. Okay, we're alive. We're alive. This actually really highlighted why I don't like taking minus current health as a starting bonus, usually. Because if you low roll your card rewards and your potions, and then end up in your worst elite matchup early, you can just die immediately. Where having 10, 15 more health makes a big difference here. But we do skirt by. We get a Dream Catcher, so we can even get a card reward for sleeping, which I feel like we have to do. And we get a potion, although I wouldn't call it a good potion. Wonder if we take Weave here. It's okay with Foresight, and gets better with more Scry. So, sure. Turkey Leg, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome. Ooh. Talk to the Hand, good. Just Lucky, pretty good too. Yeah, exactly. We're going to take the Cut Through Fate anyway. And that's even more true if I have Talk to the Hand. I'll take that too. Happy Flower. Every 3 turns gives us energy. You'll love to see it. So, can we do the elite thing? I could maybe jump over here. Yeah, I like it. Can save 5 health with a speed potion here. It's actually pretty hard to save more than 5 health with a speed potion in Act 1, so I think I'll just take it here. Speed potion not very valuable in the early game. Alas. Alas. The draws on the Eruption have really not lined up for us. Wallop is a card I really like, usually. It's even better with Talk to the Hand. Hits pretty hard. And blocks at the same time. Third Eye, meanwhile, goes with the Weave. I'll take the Wallop. And we'll fight this elite. It's the Knob. Which is a slight prob, but only slight. So we're really, really hoping we draw Eruption next turn, is what I see here. Let's not block. Oh, dang. Well, that's why we didn't block. Ow. That's the price of having one too many cards in the deck. Good news is we get a fossilized Helix, a very, very, very good relic, and a smoke bomb for safety. So we're unlikely to die in the immediate future. In fact, I would like to just go here and probably rest one more time for another card reward. Things are still going pretty well here, despite the hit points. Oh. And Dreamcatcher gives us the Vault card. Vault actually a lot better than usual here. 3 things happen when we Vault. We get an extra turn, which gives us, of course, our base 3 energy per turn. But it also makes the Happy Flower increment, so we advance our bonus energy by 1 turn, or get it immediately. And we scry for 3, and we generate a smite. That's quite a lot of good things happening. Hey Righty with 7 months, vaulting into another month of Spire and Tater. Thanks for the cozy vibes, you're heckin' welcome. Thank you for the support. Okay. At last, an easy opponent. Pretty reasonable to... excuse me. Pretty reasonable to Eruption right now. I'm gonna do it. Just gonna go. I'm invulnerable, you fool. Bonk. Yeah, and you're just dead next turn. Easy. How did I decide my streaming schedule? What worked best for my personal life? Plain and simple. 3rd pressure points. Kunai is here. For playing 3 attacks, we'll gain dexterity. Very good with Weave and Prostrate. Hoping we find a 2nd Prostrate at some point. At that point, things will get spicy. I suppose Inner Peace is okay. I'll take an Inner Peace. Where am I from? West Canada originally, now on the east coast of the US. My accent is from... probably emulating television and video games more than it is from the location I grew up in. It's my own guess. There it is, the Cut Through Fate. Great with the Kunai, great with the Weave. Great with the Talk to the Hands. Excellent. Excellent. Fighting the Slime Boss. Crush Joints is a pretty good upgrade then. So is, I guess, Wallop, Vault. Foresight's a bit premature. We could upgrade Weave, since it comes back to hand a bunch. I really like the Vault upgrade, although I might be tempted to take a Snecko Eye. Why did I decide to move to the US? Oh, I didn't decide. I was 5. Nobody asked me. That's it. It's been nice here. Any video games that I was crazy about as a kid that I have fond memories of? Oh yeah, plenty. I have many fond memories of the Nintendo 64 games. It was my first console. Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64, some of the first games I played. On PC, the first PC or real PC game I played was Baldur's Gate the first. To this day, Baldur's Gate 2, the sequel, is one of my favorite games of all time, and a game I've played a lot and revisited many times over the years. Yeah, pretty excited for Baldur's Gate 3. I expect it to be maybe 10% Baldur's Gate, 90% Divinity Original Sin. This is actually Divinity Original Sin 3 as far as I see it. And that I'm excited about. But it won't be quite the same as the other Baldur's Gate games. It's a completely different era of game making. Was BG my intro to D&D? Yes. Yeah, I distinctly remember the character select screen of Baldur's Gate being the first time I saw the word paladin. The D says, I remember playing Counter-Strike 1.6 as my first PC game and being blown away by the graphics. Indeed. I remember being absolutely astounded by the like trend-setting, incredible graphics of The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion when that came out in, I want to say, not 2007. That was Skyrim, wasn't it? Heck, when was Oblivion? Anyway, looking back on it, we didn't have better games to look at, so it did look comparatively amazing, but it's not a game that aged very well graphically, let's say that. Skyrim was 2011. Okay, it was 2006. 2006. The Elder Scrolls 4. It is a game I've got some fond memories of, definitely. And even fonder memories of The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. It's one of my favorites of all time as well. There's parts of Morrowind that have not aged well at all, like the inventory system and the combat system, but other parts of Morrowind are things that have never been rivaled. In my opinion, anyway. The world building of Morrowind, just the immersively putting the player in a truly foreign, hostile, and alien fantasy worldscape, unlike anything else. Exactly, best atmosphere of all time. I guess I decided I'm going to upgrade the vault. Heck the Snecko Eye. Have I played the first Diablo? No, I played a lot of D2, but not Diablo the first. Little bit before my time. Just a bit. Thank 2 energy? I think so. Thank the energy. Oh my. Okay. So we go now. Minus 18. I thought about playing that vault, but I'll do it next turn. Shouldn't matter. Didn't quite do that right. GG. Second vault. Very, very nice. Again, working with the Foresight and the Battle Hymn primarily. Lesson learned to upgrade things is pretty good too. And we could use the energy from the Deus Ex. I am 33 as of this year, Zerbrium. How many vaults is too many? I don't think there's such a thing. Yes, hey, Cappy. Morrowind was much more handcrafted. That's unfortunately something I think we've lost. I was talking actually about different era of video game, Baldur's Gate 2 versus Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 2 is unrivaled to this day in scope and scale in a lot of ways, in part because we've entered an era of video gaming where everything has to be fully fleshed out visually and fully voice acted by a professional voice actor. And it turns out if you limit yourself to only ever having voice actors say the dialogue lines, it really restricts what you can do with the characters in your game. I have seen way too many side pieces of side content in games that involve you like picking up notes off the ground with some kind of story or writing exchange between invisible off-screen characters that you're kind of tracing the steps of or whatever. Um, and it's transparently obvious to me that this is because we didn't budget any voice acting for the side content, so we have to like circuitously jelly bean path the player around with these stupid notes rather than having a what would be, in my opinion, real content. All to avoid expending resources we don't have that we feel obliged to spend. Meanwhile, older games that you weren't under that compulsion. For example, the earlier Baldur's Gate games only have partial voice acting. So when a character speaks, sometimes the first couple of lines are voiced by somebody, but then the rest is left silent, like you're reading a book. You're left to imagine the voice there. So there's enough of that actual like voice provided to you to give you the mental image of what you're picturing, but the whole thing isn't done, and it allows a grander picture to be painted. The approach that studios like Bethesda and Larian are taking is that they're just like, okay, we'll spend many millions of dollars and many years making a very big game with full voice acting and full detail on everything, and that can work if you've got the time to invest in it. Some studios have pulled it off, but by and large, it means that a lot of games either can't have the depth of content that you'd want to see, or they don't get made in the first place. Inkaruga says, "I like how KOTOR did it with the Knights of the Old Republic did it with the alien voices. There's a lot of alien characters in that game. They speak their own alien language, which are like pre-made sound bites. And then the characters that are human will speak in voice-acted human lines. But you have all these interactions with alien characters that didn't require real voice acting. Pretty clever, actually." Yeah, exactly, Clusks. So you've got like these AAA game studios sinking tens of $1 million and years into big games. Meanwhile, um, Toby Fox can rival it out of spare parts in a cave. Really cool to see the rise of big indie titles with the modern digital release of games. Any game that I hated as a kid but started liking after growing up. I think on that one. I would love to be proved wrong. If Baldur's Gate 3 manages to have both broadness and depth of content, I will be exceedingly pleasantly happy about that. Be a good time. Chess was one of the things that came to mind, actually. Come to appreciate chess a little bit more in my old age. As a kid, I found it too simple. Now as an adult, I appreciate that, kind of like Slay the Spire, simple core mechanics lead to very complicated interactions. So while mechanically chess is quite simple, the interaction between two human players playing chess is nearly infinitely complex, and that's pretty cool. Still haven't decided what I'm taking here. I think I just want another vault. Let's do double vaults. Will I be playing BG3 on stream? Not during the initial release, that's for sure. Eventually, maybe. Luminescent with 46 months. So close to 4 years. What is in the box? Transform our remaining strikes and defends. 6 transforms is pretty good. A Violet Lotus is more energy upon leaving Calm. We do have an Inner Peace and a Vigilance. And 2 Vaults. This Lotus is not to be underestimated here. Or Tiny House, the bunch of stuff. Lotus is probably better, but I think Box is more fun, and we're in a good position. So, you know what? Let's take the transforms. See what happens here. I was hoping, actually, we'd get a second Mantra card. Now we can actually go Divine. Deviform, normally not my favorite card. With 2 copies of Vault, it's awesome. This is a good set of cards. We need a couple more ways to block. But otherwise, we have what we need here. The TMD says, what was the original Tiny House before it got nerfed? They nerfed it by upping the gold from 30 to 50. Used to give 30 gold. Still have wing boots, right? Interesting. Probably would like to go to a store here. Upgrades seem pretty important. I don't think we're quite ready to fight elites right now. Current issue is that we can't play Deviform and Vault in the same turn. Seems like a problem. For current Baylor, past Baylor made some choices with our deck, and now we're here. Let's see how well we can do. Oh yeah, we've got buffer though, so everything's fine forever. Easy. Is this just Foresight Vaults? Skip the Deviform here? No, keep the Vaults. Buffer the 21. And I would like to find the other vault. Post haste. This works too. Its own funny little way. Got Deviform, so I don't need to save any energy here. This way. Okay. Takes a couple turns to set up, but once we're there, we're there. Is an evaluate good enough for us to include? No, I'd prefer Sanctity or Prostrate for a block card. Skip. Take the Swift Potion, though. Card draw's good. Hello! Third Eye is spectacular for block cards. Now we're talking. And we can afford a removal. Could also buy an Ambrosia. If I was going to remove a card, what would it be? A Flurry of Blows, perhaps? Don't need Flurry of Blows and Weave. It's actually not that many bad cards in the deck now. The Nirvana's okay. This Empty Fist is fine. I love it, Oracle text. Got next day delivery on a glue bottle, so you could post, paste, post, haste. You know, I've been reading a book on glue lately. I can't put it down. It's like my eyes are stuck to the page. Prey and Vault, I guess? I suppose. Okay, now we're talking. Don't want to do Eruption Wallop, because then we get hit for 22. You can do Talk to the Hand Wallop. That blocks for 11. The buffer blocks for 11. That'll have to do. I'm going to play the Battle Hymn. Although, arguably, Foresight was correct. This would be a good turn to draw Vault. Come on, Vault. Show me the Vault. Good enough, actually. And then just play this. Okay, cool. Divinity get. Excellent. Spank him. Another Sands of Time. I think the one we have is enough. With 2 vaults, again, these are quite good, since they get retained and discounted for each additional turn we take. Keep skipping here. Is it worth using a Wing Boots charge to avoid this shop? I really doubt it. Let's just go. What do you have, sir? Chemical X is here. Just Lucky seems okay. It's great with Kunai. It's great with Weave. Sure, I'll buy Just Lucky. For 30 gold. I have just enough money to remove if I wish, but I'm not actually sure I do wish. Almost every card of the deck has a purpose now. Would I take an Establishment with the 2 vaults? We don't need an Establishment because we already have a Deviform. We have 1 power that gives us all the energy we could possibly need, so taking additional powers to get additional energy is not going to be worth it, no matter how much they give. We could maybe think about removing Empty Fist, but I actually like it to have another way out of Wrath here. It's going to keep our money here. We can buy relics with this money instead of card removes. Sounds fine. The Finesse is pretty cool with the Scry and the Kunai, actually. Both of those are true. Do I dare Eruption Battle Him Vault? I think I do dare. Feels like that was correct. 27, 36. This does 9. Is that enough to kill? I think so, right? I gotta do quick math here. 27 plus 36. Plus 9. Is 72 damage. Our opponent is gonna have 59 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, right? Yes. Which means they have effectively 74 hit points, so that's actually not enough to kill. Bummer. Yeah, looks like we're 2 off. Not good enough, then. How's it going, Izane? The Mastery Challenge continues unabated. It's going well, I'd say. Sounds to me like we're taking 8 damage, then. We play Vigilance, we block for 8, we buff for 1, we take 8. Oh yeah, just lucky could hit Weave. That's true. That would give us enough. Let's see if that's the case. No. 'Tis not. Alright. Vigilance it is, then. We might as well Miracle and Smite as well. Still check. 27 does not kill, no. Take 8. How's it going, Sith Lord Waffles? When taking a Pandora's box, cards you get will be upgraded only if you have the appropriate egg relic. So, Molten Egg for attacks. Toxic Egg for skills, Frozen Egg for powers. Here I was assuming I could kill it, but actually I'm not sure that I can. If we find Empty Fist, I think I can. There's also Weave. Interesting. We can also block with Nirvana. Let's try that. Did not get the Empty Fist. Alright. Annoying. Fine with that. Alright, before we jump into any further combats here, Twitch chat, I actually need a really quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Don't go nowhere. Alright, we're back. So we still have the wing boots here. Yet more pressure points. Wonder if I do something like visit this fire, then jump to the next fire. We get 2 upgrades, fight an elite then. If I could choose any 2 upgrades in this deck, what would they be? Vault? Talk to the hand? Crush Joints? Crush Joints would be good. Let's go with Vault Crush Joints. Upgrading Wallop is pretty reasonable too. Definitely start with the vaults. Can actually jump over here next too. Just keep upgrading. No, we don't need to do that. Let's fight. You can also upgrade Sands of Time. No, Crush Joints. Here we go. Miracle Crush Joints. Then we start scrying. Miracle Crush Joints, talk to the hand. Excuse me. What's the order here? This first. Nirvana. Oh, good. Cool. And Vault's on top. Perfect. So block for 21, able to buffer this. That's really good. Was not expecting this fight to go too well without a potion used, but looks like things might just turn out alright here. Empty Fist on top, huh? Empty Fist will kill you next turn. We can play Weave here. Even better, Eruption will kill you. You can even play the Sands of Time and the Empty Fist. That's pretty hype. That's very hype. Take 6 damage, win the fight. I'm happy with that. Full block, right? Yeah. Easy peasy. So to elaborate on the legacy games, with a legacy game, you're modifying the rulebook and the board usually by putting stickers on top of things. So, for example, you'll permanently mark an area as like a tier 2 city, or maybe a disease destroys it, so you mark it as a destroyed city on the map permanently. So the terrain is being changed by permanently overlaying stuff, and you're also like unsealing envelopes that contain stickers that go in the rule book to supplement the rules and add later rules. The idea is to create a sort of like permanent campaign progression within a board game. I was part of a play group for one of the Pandemic Legacy, I think Season 1. I played a session of that. So we met and played maybe 10, 12 times. And yeah, by the end of it, you can't use the game because the board is covered in stickers and the rulebook is covered in stickers. But it's quite a lot of fun. And it has, the entire group of people is quite invested in it for the whole time it's going, so I liked it. Yeah, you can also destroy cards. There's Betrayal Legacy? That's actually a cool game to put a Legacy format on. The Betrayal games are quite lovely. Betrayal Legacy. There we go. Nice and smooth elite fight, at least. Mob Bank after the shop is definitely welcomed. Unupgraded common cards. Nice Valor Desert Fox, you one-shot the dragon in Slice and Dice. I don't think I've ever done 40 damage with one dice in that game. Skip. Yeah, and I think the Legacy games probably only make sense if you've seen a whole bunch of board games, and then can therefore like appreciate, I guess, the novelty and desire that it fulfills. The first, I think Pandemic Legacy was the first. It really made a splash in the board gaming scene because there was really nothing quite like it. Oobla with 2 years, thank you for being such an awesome part of the Spire community, for all the wonderful contributions you've made to speedrunning and the Under the Hood nonsense, and of course, for the 2 years of support. Risk Legacy was before Pandemic Legacy, got it. Got it. Deaf you die, as usual. Alright, Regal Pillow, not today. Not with Fairy in a Bottle, not with Buffer. We're not going to need sleep again. It's got synergy with the Dreamcatcher, I know, but we don't need it. Now we can upgrade Talk to the Hands. I found glitches too, that's true. How would I rank the classes in my enjoyment of playing them? Varies over time. Usually, I like Defect and Ironclad more, Silent and Watcher less. But ultimately, I'm very close to even on all 4 characters. I really do enjoy all the characters in this game. I think they're all different, unique, and fun experiences. So I don't have a huge opinion on best or worst or anything like that. I do have an opinion on what the Book of Stabbing is doing on turn 1 here, and I don't like it. Do not like it. But I do like this. Can't play them both though, right? So we just discard Deviform? Or I discard Vault? That's not happening. Happy Flower was a higher number. We could play them both, but oh well. Alas, my Buffer. I knew ye well. Keep that there. Short 5. None of this makes block. Unfortunate. This, however, is a win. At least I hope it is. Yep. Nice and clean. We got a Bottled Flame, allowing us to start with an attack in our opening hand. Talk to the Hand Bottled is pretty good, especially for the Heart fight. This is very good, Bottle. We could also bottle the Sands of Time to make sure that the vaults can discount it more accurately, more commonly. But I think the Talk to the Hand is better. Do we want a Blasphemy? Enter Divinity, die next turn. Take another turn. A friendship ending activity. Yeah. When I played Diplomacy with a group of friends, the consensus was about 50%, this is the best experience I've ever had, and 50%, if you make me play this with you again, I will never speak to you. I was one of the ones who liked it. I think it's a very cool experience. Oh, that's right. We actually can block the Blasphemy with the buffer. That's kind of spicy. Don't feel like I have enough card draw to want to do that, but yeah, that works. Let's take the card draw, the meditate. Meditate is card draw. Kind of. Kinda, sorta. Card draw. Uh-oh. Easy. Simply pray. Have I tried Cosmic Encounters? I've heard a bunch about it. I don't think I've actually played it. Go Inner Peace, Eruption, Empty Fist? Or Eruption, Empty Fist, Inner Peace. Or we can end in Wrath, because we have buffer. Not enough damage in the draw pile to make me want to do that. So, I guess it's... Don't even play the Inner Peace. Just do this. I maybe should have killed the Fungi Beast to become vulnerable, because we have buffer anyway. Too late now. Too late now. Vulnerable here? Let's go with yes, actually. Get him, Weave. If you discard Weave while scrying, it still comes back to your hand, which is very cool. Don't think I care to set up the Happy Flower right now. It's a good card with Kunai, the Deceive Reality. Do we need it, though? Not really. Do I like that it's unupgraded? No, I don't. Let's not. Foresight Miracle Vault? Sounds good. I'll be playing this. Battle Hymn, Nirvana Vault, I suppose? Those are good cards. Excellent. As we go... Leaving the one with a talk to the hand on purpose here. To get more block later. Dead. There it is, in all its glory. Collect with a plus, unmastered. Generates energy slowly over time. Very bad card usually, but the Mastery Challenge does stipulate that we have to take these card in duplicate at some point. And this seems like it might actually maybe do something, so sure. Let's grab that one. And let's also charge headlong into plus strength super slavers, because why the heck not? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Twitch chat? Blah. Take 10. Take 10 sounds reasonable. Although we don't have that much health. It's fine. Keep beat back. Could take Eruption or Sands of Time, actually. Let's take back the Sands of Time. Keep discounting that. Uh-oh. But my face, though. Have you considered that I like my face where it is, and that it should not be removed from the premises? Guess there's no reason to play this until we have vulnerable. Ouch. Ouch indeed. This will do 20. Need a bit more than that. This will do it. This will be full block anyway, okay. So we don't need to be efficient here. Okay. Definitely a spooky fight, but we made it through, and we even kept the fairy in a bottle intact. Now we have a ceramic fish, and more importantly, the emerald key. Can you play a card while vaulting? No, you can't. I tried to, just to see if I could maybe do some sort of shenaniganry there, but no, you cannot play a card while vaulting. You can try to queue up a card, but it will get discarded by the end of turn happening. It's not the world's worst crescendo. I don't love it, though. And I think we can beat Champ on 14 health. I don't think we need to rest here when I could upgrade Meditate instead. Ubla says you can with Distilled Chaos if you pause, and I would trust Ubla on this one. Alright, perfectly happy to use the buffer turn 1 here. to get Deviform in play. All will be well now. We do need some block next turn. Let's skip these powers for the moment. Oh, good. Here I was worried for a moment I might need to lose the fairy. Sands of Time is a full block. Sure. Perfect. 0 cards in the draw pile means no scry. It's actually worse than that. Let me see if I can show off the true interaction here. Yeah, here, I'll discard 2 cards. So, 0 cards in the draw pile. What happens when you scry? We've got Weave in the discard pile, and we have Nirvana in play. Whenever we scry, gain 3 block. It says whenever we scry, return it from the discard pile to the hand. So if we play Third Eye, Nirvana says, you scryed, good job. And Weave says, you didn't scry, you suck. They can't even agree on it. What does it mean? Did we scry or not? All comes out in the wash. Or something. But if you add a card to the draw pile, you can get both of them to trigger. There's Weave. I'm not done taking my turn. Get wrecked, sir. Alpha? Interesting. That is the sort of thing a deck with 2 vaults does appreciate. Not bad with lots of scry either. Although I think we're doing plenty of damage, so Alpha, then Beta, Omega does not seem like a particularly helpful addition. Brilliance is okay, deals damage based on mantra. Currently our mantra gain is vaguely acceptable. Wouldn't call it great. Indeed, King C, Twitch is far from perfect, but I really do appreciate the platform that I'm able to use here, that I'm able to make a living currently doing what I love, just showing off video games on Twitch and having a good time with them. Makes me happy. Petition to make Ironclad an Alpha card, or Alpha an Ironclad card. Although I think put in Ironclad's pool, the word adopts a bit of a different meaning. What did I do before streaming? I was a teacher. Used to teach chemistry. Let's skip all these cards. Hammer versus crown, huh? I guess we take the fusion hammer. There's also sacred bark, making potions twice as good, but I think I'd rather have the energy. With fusion hammer, we actually can play Deviform and Vault on the same turn. Awesome. That joke right there, Squish, it's pure gold. As far as I know, a former student has not found me on Twitch. A former student did find me on the street once. That was weird. Hey there, Zuthus. How would I feel about swapping the rarities of Brilliance and Rushdown, making Brilliance an uncommon attack? Rare Rushdown would definitely be... It would make Watcher's Rares a lot better. Trying to think how often you need more than one Rushdown to break the game. I have how much money? And no more wing boots. Understood. There's also a shop here. Is it time for a chemistry dad joke? People keep begging me to tell them a joke about sodium, but I always say, nah. Is there any way to skip playing Alpha and Beta and just get Omega in play? I don't think so. The Crab Lord, thanks for 25 months of support. Want to hear a joke about potassium? Okay. That won't be enough damage. Rude. And a classic one, Metal Philosopher. Did you hear about the one about the two hydrogen atoms? One says to the other, I think I lost an electron. The first asks, are you sure? And gets to reply, yes, I'm positive. I don't think having the volume on or off has anything to do with viewer count, Kinksy. don't think so, but I don't think I'm privy to the particulars of what Twitch does or does not count as one view. So I don't know that I know for sure. Zyathan says, I know that Twitch drops work with the browser tab muted, but does not work if you mute the video player. Interesting. Okay, so there might actually be something that changes there. If you're using Chrome, probably some of the other browsers can do it too. You can mute the tab or mute the site through the browser. And it looks like Twitch probably can't tell if you do that, so maybe that's the way to do it. Fascinating. Very fascinating. Twitch used to pause muted streams. Also fascinating. Huh. What is the A20 win rate for a guy like me? Exclamation point win rate has our running total. This is for 600 across 600 plus Ascension 20 heart runs at this point. We're best on Watcher and Clad, very close to 50% on Silent and Defect. And this includes me doing experimental plays and the current self-imposed challenge, which is definitely causing us to lose some more runs lately. Hey, there's a mantra card I can get. Well, these are both mantra cards. I think I want the worship, though. We have the energy for it, especially with Devil Form. It's pretty dense for one card. Upgrades to retain, I like it. What's the challenge? The challenge is to master all of the different cards in this game by acquiring 2 of them in one deck and then winning. We've used a mod called the Mastery mod that displays cards we haven't won with yet. Collect here an example of it. To master this card, to sort of cross it off our achievement list, we have to get 2 collect, doesn't matter whether they're upgraded or not, and then win the game on Ascension 20 in a heart run. I'm going to take this regret. I'm rich. Uh-oh. I'm rich and in a fight. I see. Very well. To shreds, you say? See how much health I lose for losing buffer there. Oof. Not too much. That's not quite the right order. That's fine. That's fine. Give me back Eruption and Cultivate. Sounds good. Just go Eruption Sands. Okay, not a bad fight at all, despite the curse. If we had meditated the curse, then it goes into our hand with no penalty and stays there until we end our turn next. So it doesn't apply immediately, but when you next end your turn, it would hurt you because it would be in your hand. Uh-oh. Oh no. This is not what I wanted to see in this room. I think we'll be okay. think we'll be okay. This first. And this. This. 11 by 2 headed our way next turn. That's going to be tough to block. Let's lose the meditate. And the sands. We're looking for vault. We're looking for vaults. Foresight can help with that. Give me 2 miracle pluses. Hey, we found vaults. Okay. Divinity, huh? Discard that too. All right. Let's see what we can make happen here. It looks like we have a kill. I think we'll take a little bit more damage for meditating a card, but I think that's still probably correct to do. Yeah, we take 4 there. Ouch. Not too bad of a fight overall. We get to roll into the shop with 881 gold. We can also add a consecrate or follow-up if we feel the need. I think we want more attacks that scry stuff, though. Not that afraid of Repto, am I? Repto could cause some problems. Atkins Physical Chemistry. That sounds familiar to me, nonsensical comment. I think I had that same book. I like that, Carissa. Why were Alpha emitting isotopes the best comedy audience? They filled the room with he. Actually, I would think that noble gases would be a terrible comedy audience. They wouldn't react. I'm gonna leap right after this. Alright, I'll take the Consecrate. I'm sufficiently intimidated by Reptomancer here. Oh, interesting. Fasting is back. I do think we do a lot more damage with a Fasting, although I'm kind of hesitant to add more powers to this deck. What's the difference between physics and chemistry? Assuming that's not the setup for a punchline unrecovered. I like to think of chemistry as applied physics. Physics is understanding the sort of fundamental physical rules of the universe and how particles interact with each other. And chemistry is looking at how the structures and formations that particles actually make in reality, rather than in theory. I'm sure Randall Munro can explain it better than I, though. That's right. Biology is applied chemistry. Chemistry is applied physics. Physics is applied mathematics. It's math all the way down. Always has been. And math is just made up. Don't forget the remove of, right, the curse. We do have a curse. I was just thinking, I don't have a card I want to remove, do I? I'll buy in thinking ahead. We've got lots of money. No reason not to. I like that could let us separate the vaults if we draw them together too, actually. It's kind of cool. Ultimately, chemistry is a really broad field. Chemistry at its core is the study of matter, the study of stuff. Everything is stuff. Everything is chemistry. Anything that's physically tangible, it's chemistry. But for some reason, people aren't as impressed when you say, I got a degree in stuff. I studied stuff for a long time, I'll have you know. There are always exceptions, including to the statement that there are always exceptions. It's a very good turn one here. Can do... Crush Joints will do 20 after Eruption. So Weave, Crush Joints kills 1. But I can't kill the other, at least not immediately. Pretty sure we do want to end in Wrath here. Problem is, we're not blocking this hit, though. Those are good cards. So do I give up the Talk to the Hand to preserve the buffer, I guess is the question. Probably yes. If I could use the Weak Potion, I would use that, but I can't. Let's see how much I regret this. Definitely don't regret having the Consecrate right now. Thank you. And Volt is here. Okay, good talk. So far, no regrets. Pretty happy we have the buffer, in fact. (27 plus 8 is 35, correct? Oh, it's plus 10. Even better. Play all the things. Put that on top. Needn't have been afraid, apparently. Toxic Egg is here to upgrade any skills we add. Means we'll probably add a few more skills before the end of the run. Third Eye Plus looks pretty good. Yes, Bear Smash. If you discard a weave with Scry, you immediately get the weave back. Unless you're about to shuffle your discard pile into your hand, which is what we were about to do at the very end there, when I didn't scry the weave. So, normally, yes. However, if you put it into your discard pile and then immediately overdraw your discard pile and reshuffle it back into the draw pile, then you don't get it back. Let's take an event. It's a merchant with a Dolly's Mirror. It's time. My thoughts on Tranquility / Crescendo. If upgraded, they're quite good on a 3 energy run, but they're not powerful enough if you've got good boss relics, usually. We could also dupe the Thinking Ahead. It's another option here. If we Dolly's Mirror an unupgraded skill with Toxic Egg, is the copy still upgraded? Yes. Yes, it is. So we could dupe Worship, for example. We'd get a Worship Plus. Werewolf 4K, hello there. Thanks for 15 months. Yeah, I agree. Thinking Ahead is easier to master than Collect is. Let's try Collect. And Empty Mind. If I'm going to take bad cards, I need card draw. I have a Fusion Hammer. So these upgrades are no good. Guess we'll just take a bunch of fights for the card rewards. Here I was trying to avoid a shop. Heck. At least Tori is nice. Not entirely down for another copy of Foresight. We could have taken it, but doesn't feel quite necessary to me. Good. Get smorshed. Bottled Tornado. Now we can have a power guaranteed in the opening hand. Interesting. Very interesting. So we could have Deviform turn 1. The other thing I'm thinking about here is the Scry Power turn 1. Foresight, which would be a good upgrade then too. Although I can't upgrade because of Fusion Hammer. Still, Scry 3 per turn starting on turn 1. The biggest thing this does is allow us to discard the burns on turn 2 of Shield and Spear. But getting set up early for Heart is also pretty valuable. Let's do that. Bottle the Foresight. Not take any of these cards. Keep going. Oof. This enemy can be a bit of a pain. Every time they take unblocked attack damage, they change what they're doing. Sometimes this is good, sometimes not so much. I like to think of this as an enemy that you get to control. The dang spaghetti. Actually, let's discard some of those and meditate them into our hands. Actually, I have a different idea. Well, no, we don't need to be divine immediately. Sure, give me this, and the Nirvana is still in the draw pile. So Worship puts us on 3 energy. That's not that much, actually. Pray would be better. Gets us to 4. And again. Parappa-da-rappa! What a game, what a player. Thanks for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. No. Maybe. Probably not. Oop. Bah. That was a pretty good 2-card combo. I do indeed watch Lethal Frag. Lethal Frag is one of my inspirations for streaming. So I'm certainly familiar with his works, and definitely a fan. Little hand to you, friend. That's right. Fun fact, actually, the beam cell left and right finger emotes that we have in the channel are 100% inspired by Frag's finger gun emotes that he had on his channel for a while. I don't know if they're still there. Have I ever challenged myself to always take a particular card if given the option? We've done a couple runs where we took every claw or every perfected strike we saw. Those are fun. Generally not how I try to play Spire, but it definitely can be fun to just kind of try to force a particular card. Oh yeah, they're still there. Looks like they got revamped, but they're still there. Good. Good. Don't mess with perfection. Oops. Not quite the correct order. That sure is a lot of damage. Let's grab one more Third Eye Plus. 5 Scry is just too good, man. I think I'm going to leave this Entropic Brew on the ground with these potions. current potions are quite good, and I don't want to try to use the fairy and then drink the entropic brew. That's not going to work. These three could give us a bit of a problem. Good old dorklings. Always good for a bad time. You have to die, looks like. Go Eruption Vault. Questionable. Very questionable. Not enough damage in the draw pile. Deck is hurting for damage. Definitely. Definitely hurting for damage. There is Worship in the draw pile. Okay. We're divine, so give me Crush Joints, Consecrate. If only we had that Shuriken from earlier. This would be a lot simpler. I think we have enough blocking. Have to snooze and get a Prostrate Plus? Oh no. How unfortunate. How many pressure points has this run seen, though? So many. So many pressure points. Ouch. Can't block this hit, so we just take 12. That's alright. Getting set up with the powers turn 1 seems adequate enough. Find me more powers. Prostrate inner piece. Just the prostrate. Put collect on top of the deck and then discard it. I don't want to see it. It disgusts me. Could Kunai with Sands of Time Smite? For 1 block? Not worth it. I'll be taking... Yeah, we're lacking card draw. I don't know if this can handle the late game. I guess a Vault is card draw, but only sometimes. We're at 5 mantra. Yeah, I take that. Seems pretty good. Can take an extra turn here, or we cannot. Given that we're full blocking this, I don't really see a huge reason to. Should have at least scried, though, huh? Well, actually, there was a good reason to. Huh. Ouch. I think we'll have one more after this, Scott wins. I'd love to do a clad run. It would be my pleasure. Alpha Mastery run on YouTube? I think so. Pretty sure. Be a terrible oversight if it wasn't. Okay, we took more damage than I'm happy with, but we do have 2 additional chances at life here with Lizard Tail Fairy in a bottle. My hope is to save some of that for Act 4, but we'll see. I'm actually pretty happy with Awakened One as our boss, because this boss is relatively weak to the kunai. We'll play all the powers and the boss gets very strong, but we'll be able to scale our dexterity up from there. Should be a-okay. Do have to pick off these bird minions ASAP though. Thank goodness for buffer. Oh good, we can do Diviform Vault. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'll keep that. We're both pretty good, actually. Didn't get the weave, though. It's a bit spooky. Let's see. We have 5 mantra. Warship Wallop looks pretty good for next turn. I'll take that. Gotta block somehow. Although I guess with Vault I don't necessarily have to. Discard those for the moment. Bottom card weave, huh? Cute. No, keep that actually. Then Empty Mind. Now we can go Divine. Wasn't quite right. Really just need to exhaust this collect. Collect into my hand here. Definitely forgot I had 2 of them for a minute. I was really confused for a second. Guess we can do this. I meant to inner piece first, didn't I? I did. I did. 7 turns of Miracle Plus. Let's go. Uh-oh. That's not enough block. Bummer. Completely useless too with a different form. It's like extra sad. Extra sad. Show me Nirvana. There we go. Play the powers now. And get... Let's go with Inner Peace, third eye. For this upcoming turn. $17 energy. I don't need all of that, thank you. Let's just take these two. Terrifying. Third eye. Find me the power. GG. Okay, we're on to Act 4. Cost us the fairy in a bottle, but we have enough money to buy a new potion. And we have a stick. Blap in the heart for 2209. Onwards and upwards. Did we master Conjure Blade? I don't think we've done that yet. No. Bot says we have not. This is vaguely okay. Eh. Scrawl, Devotion, Bag of Prep. These are all pretty good. Flex Potion could also be our damage solve with this Ancient Potion, although I'd rather use the Ancient Potion to block Vulnerable, probably. Probably. That Scrawl is pretty juicy, though. Draw up to 10 cards in hand. Gets us a lot of stuff done fast. I'm going to take the Scrawl. Don't know if that's right, but that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Oof. Ouch, my face. Will there be a Clad run after this? You betcha. Looks like we're going to take a hit already, unfortunately. Let's see. If I Foresight, Nirvana, Miracle, Third Eye, Wallop. We block for 19. Take 9. Or 12, depending on how we face. Should be easy enough to turn around next turn. Sounds like the Nirvana is not going to make a difference then. If we Third Eye, Wallop, Foresight, we're in basically the same boat. We get less block per scry, though. Just as a note. I think I'd rather have the 1 energy. Let's see what is on top of the deck. What do we got here? Oh, good. Okay. Let's do this shenaniganry then. Take 9. Okay. Gotta deal with this next. I think we'll do the usual of just discarding this collect with the thinking ahead and the scry. It's been a funny combo. Maybe you want to keep working on the shield, though. This is not it for Deviform. Draw 7. Empty Fist, we can make it draw 8, then I can guarantee Divinity if I want to, although is that actually helping me? Not exactly. Interesting. Also, 0 cards in the draw pile seems bad because of the scry stuff. But I do like being able to meditate and / or vault here. Can only divine use the Sands of Time, though. There's no real damage we can deal. But I do think we want to vault. Unless I think I can full block, which I'm not sure I can. How many cards do you pick up in Act 1? I usually say 5 cards. Act 1 is my my intended additions. Give or take a couple. Okay. Let's see. 2 Third Eyes will not be enough block. Let's assume we're going to vault then. Okay, let's go Weave Empty Fist. And then I can do Pray, Battle Him. I actually don't want to Pray because that would make the Foresight fail. So we should do Worship Vault, probably. No Battle Him. Let's do Worship Vault. Or wait, that's Instant Divinity. I can't math. No, that was not right. But now I can Sands of Time Vault if I want to. I don't love what I just did. Yeah, mistakes were made. At least we get the Weave to turn back around. But this is a disaster regardless. Dang. Did that to myself. Let's go Third Eye Worship, I guess. And here we'd like to finish off this thing, if we can. Pretty hard to do, though, without a stance change. But a stance change we have. Noted. Get rid of that. So normally this would be a pretty bad position, but because we have the lizard tail, I think we can still beat the heart without too much of a problem. Seems fine. Am I willing to be in wrath here? Questionable. Let's not. Vigilance, then inner peace. Bummer. Couldn't quite seal the deal, though. We take another hit here. Ouch. Hit points go very low. Bad. Very bad. Did not have a good matchup in this fight, unfortunately. Dang. Dang. Definitely a few things that could still save us. Panagraph is amongst them. Lizard Tail is amongst them. There's Panagraph. So we have 29 health plus Lizard Tail going into hearts. Okay, okay. And I'm going to take an Inner Peace Plus, which can draw 4. Yeah, you calls him like you sees him, Twitch chat. Thank you for calling that out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can't buffer. My buffer. Oh. Well, we can't not do this on turn 1, I don't think. So we just begin here. I'll use this now. Ouch. Yeah, we could pass. I don't think that's a winning line. Skipping both Talk to the Hand and Foresight is super death. Super duper death. We need to get Devaform in play immediately if we want to win this. Put X Miracles in one turn. It's kind of like a double energy card then, Ugosh Blue. I think just about anything would be better than Collect is currently, so yeah, let's go with yes. Hey, 10 Mantra. Thanks. Oh, there's Devaform. Perfect. Don't think we meditate. This is going to be nothing to meditate. We put Devaform in play here. Vigilance seems alright, though. Alright, good luck to us. Hoping for multi-hit first, then big attack. That's what we got. Good, good. Okay. I think we have a chance here. As this will only do 1/15, then the Lizard Tail can save us on the next hit. That's true even if we're in Wrath, actually, so we have free permission to enter Wrath here. Let's empty mine first. Ooh, Scrawl is here. So you're saying there's a chance. I think we keep the scroll around. Get rid of some garbage. Let's use this. Discard this and this. These are good. The power. Might even be possible for us to block this hit without using the Lizard Tail, since we're not vulnerable. Wallop is 20 block alone, actually. Do it this way. Technically, I live on 1, looks like. Might be better just to play the Battle Hymn. As we have to die to Beat of Death next turn anyway, right? Actually, no, I don't, because of Nirvana. Okay. Go to 1. Keep the Lizard Tail for now. Reshuffle the deck here. Do Interpiece Vault. I think I do want to accelerate here. Yeah, we do. Got some stuff to put in play. Now we're talking. I think we want these cards next turn. These are pretty good cards. Could maybe skip the Eruption, try to go Divine instead. And have 7 Mantra, so any other Mantra card gets there. Let's do that. Especially with Third Eye. Get rid of this. Keep this. Okay, multi-hit this turn? Sure, sure. Scrawl is here. Excellent. Guess we'll get the Battle Hymn in play then. Don't want to play Collect with that much energy, so let's just do this for the moment. basically capped damage here. Now we have... Is this Pray Meditate? I think so. Ligiero, thanks so much for the 4 months of the Prime sub. Let's go. Let us go. This and... I guess this. What a wild turn. I think this deck is holding steady here. I think we'll be okay. That's right, we still have the Lizard Tail, don't forget. We're not on the verge of death, just on the verge of being on the verge of death. Totally different things. Now we can be divine. Did that slightly wrong. This is fine though. Give me Inner Peace Plus and Prostrate. Just getting enough card draw that we could keep cycling over and over and over again was definitely key to winning this. Really well done. Get back, Worship, and Wallop. GG, Mr. Hart. What a run. Be free, my lizard tail friend. Be free. GG. Carried by the collect. Well, maybe I wouldn't say that. But we got the collect mastered, and that's what counts. GG. Matt Newts, thanks for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate ya. GG. Yeah, free from another upgraded curse that I don't have to take anymore. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sad to think Chemex was past this run, even sadder to think it wouldn't have made a difference. Part of why Watcher's X-Cost cards are so underwhelming, you got to see on this run, is that you cannot play a card that says end your turn and a card that says X-Cost on the same turn, period. Because the X-Cost card either spends all your energy, the end your turn card ends your turn. It's a catch-22. It cannot both be played. Will I ever click on Collect again? Someday, with Dead Branch. We'll click on it again. The Spire sleepeth, and so shall I. You can Miracle after an X-Cost. Sure would be nice if Collect gave you Miracles when you played it. 50 rotating win streak. No problem. No problem. Well, good run regardless. Update the title. One more card has been mastered. Eva Fresh, thanks for the Prime sub and the 4 months. Woohoo to you too. My record for wins in a row is 20 in a row while changing characters, so-called rotating each time. That is the current record, as far as anybody's aware, is 20 in a row, rotating. That's me. I did that. And next up is Ironclad. It's time to stretch some water, refill the legs, though. Gonna run to the bathroom and grab a quick snack, so back in 5 or so minutes for another Spire run. We'll be going up this tower as the Clad in a second here. BRB, my friends. Don't go nowhere.